How to get business credit funding up to $1 million. Oh yeah, you heard that right. I literally have millions of dollars in business credit funding right now, and I'm gonna show you exactly how you can do the exact same thing too. Let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
I'm gonna get right to it and share with you exactly how I have millions of dollars in business credit, how I started, and how I increase my limits every 6 months. I'm gonna share with you my dirty little secret on how to get business credit even with bad credit. So let's talk business credit. Many of you guys are familiar with personal credit. You know, we have Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Those are our personal credit bureaus, and they'll report all of our different trade lines. You know, if we have a car loan, if we have a mortgage, or if we have credit cards, all of those different trade lines will report on our personal credit report. But many people do not know there's something called business credit. That is the exact same thing as personal credit, but it's for businesses. So instead of those three bureaus that I just named, we have Equifax Business, Experian Business, and Dun & Bradstreet. Dun & Bradstreet is the #1 largest, oldest business credit reporting agency of all of the credit reporting agencies for business. Dun & Bradstreet has been around for over 100 years and is the primary source of where businesses report business credit. So you want to start with Dun & Bradstreet and get a business profile with them, and it's absolutely free. Let me tell you how. So in order to get business credit, you're going to need an actual business. You're going to need your business LLC, S Corp, or C Corp. You're going to need a professional phone number, a professional email, a professional website, and you're going to need an EIN, Employer Identification Number. You can get this absolutely free at irs.gov, but you will need this. Once you have those 5 items, you can go to dnb.com, and for absolutely free, you can get your Dun & Bradstreet profile set up and your Dun & Bradstreet number for your business. Once you get this, you can start getting vendor credit pretty easily from companies like Uline, Quill, Granger. In fact, I've made an entire video on setting up your business credit fast. I won't get into it in this video. Make sure you watch that entire video. But you can set up this profile really quickly just by doing that. So make sure that you watch those videos and you get this set up. I have students that have been able to get it done in 1 day. So now let's get into the secrets on how you unlock millions of business credit. So of course, you're gonna start, if you are just building your business credit profile, you're gonna start with vendor credit. Then you'll move on to what we call store credit. Stores like Costco, Dell, Walmart, they will offer business lines of credit. They will offer store credit cards to businesses if you qualify. You want to make sure that you go to these stores. I have an entire list that I'll put down in a checklist for you that will break some of these things down for you. The next thing after you've gotten vendor credit and store credit, then you can get cash credit. So as you're getting these trade lines reported, cash credit is going to be like real credit cards, Chase, Capital One, American Express, cards that you can use anywhere. Additionally, I'll give you a big secret. When I opened up my business checking account, they offered me all different types of things. They offered me a business credit card, a business loan, and a business line of credit. Now, when I first started in my business, I turned those things down. I didn't say yes to them, but I'm going to tell you the big secret. Take them. Make sure you say yes to those loans, those lines of credit, and those credit cards. Even if you don't use them yet and they offer to you, take them, because it's very easy to start getting those lines increased and get your limits increased over time. Another big secret that I want to tell you, once you get store credit, you'll have to start with, like I said, stores, and then you'll get cash credit cards like Capital One and Chase and things like that. But then you can get American Express. And the great thing about American Express is they have several cards for businesses. They're really built for businesses. They have corporate cards. They have all different types of cards with different type of perks. Home Depot, Lowe's, Hilton, US Bank. There's so many different banks that have American Expresses for businesses. And the great thing about American Express, a big secret, you can call them every 6 months, and so long as you're making your payments on time, you can ask for limit increases, and they will increase your limit by 3 times. For example, if you get a $10,000 limit, you make the payment for 6 months, you call them back, they'll increase it from $10,000 to $30,000. Boom. So now that you have your business credit and you have your different cards and things that they've given you, you want to make sure that you're paying them on time and that you're calling each and every one of your loans and lines of credit every 6 months to have the limits increase. This way, you can start off with maybe 30 or 40,000 and easily get into the hundreds of thousands if you do it every 6 months on every card that you have. I literally now have a baggie full of credit cards. I'll take a little picture with it so you can see how many business credit cards I have. Because the secret to this and how you can really get millions is you can do this over and over again. Once you establish a business and you get the business credit going, you can do this over and over. You can keep making businesses and keep getting business credit for that business. There's really no limit to this. Because business credit is attached to the business and not to you, it's its own profile. It's its own entity. It's like you're creating different entities that can get business credit. You want to do that. It's crazy not to. This is how I have gotten millions of dollars in business credit in just a matter of years. It really hasn't been 10 years ago. The business that I work in, I started in 2014. At the time of this recording is 2021. I didn't even start with my business credit until like 2018, and I have millions of dollars. So please don't think that you can't do this, because you can. In fact, I have students that are getting hundreds of thousands of dollars in just months. Start now. Okay, I also have a new book that I've written that breaks down all of this, that has all of my real estate millionaire secrets. That's the name of the book. And the fun part, I'm giving it away to you for free. Go to noellsfreebook.com. Again, that's Noelle, Noelles, noellsfreebook.com. I've created and poured my heart into this book for months. It has all of this content, different definitions, breaking everything down and giving it to you absolutely free. noellsfreebook.com. I want to make sure that you have all of the resources, all of the tools, and all of the knowledge that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.